why. I just tried, resetting. Okay. Could we not do this? No, that's not true. Let me just remove this. Okay. There we go. Okay. It works now. Hi, Krim. You came in at, like, the exact right time. I hope. Hold on. Is my volume alright? I think my volume's okay. And also, the music is very loud on my end. I don't know about you guys. How are ya? I'm doing okay, all things considered. If I do this, does it affect your guys' audio? Yes, it does. Okay. We're gonna set that to, like, here. How does that sound? Is the audio okay and everything? Excuse me. I don't know why it decided to just, like, completely act up all of a sudden. I don't know why that was. But anyway, hi, welcome. Today's probably going to be more of a shorter stream just because there's going to be less that I'm doing in general. Basically what we're doing today is we're writing a little bit of, like, mock dex entry. I wouldn't say mock dex entries, kind of like conceptualizing some dex entries for some of our Fakemon, and then we're also going to be giving them we're going to be giving them, like, move pools and such, which should, I think, we could probably get, like, a couple Evo lines out of the way just by doing that today. So that's what we're gonna do, and it's going to be very low energy. So expect maybe a little less talking from me today. I don't know. Hopefully I can still be entertaining. But without further ado, whoop, I'm actually gonna be in this corner today. There we go. And then chat, you're where I usually am, so yippee! You get to pretend to be this streamer today. Let's go here. So yeah, to-do list today. I want to actually, let's see, how can I do this? Let's do this. You're struggling in Heart Gold. Oof. You'll get better. I'm sure. You'll get through it. Just persist. You know? But I will say though, today, I am going to be writing and move pooling for mons that I haven't actually modeled or shown on stream yet. So, yippee! Y'all get to see some new, some new Fakemon that we've got. How about that? How about that? Whoop. Let me bring up the first one. By struggle, I mean dealing with. You're already at red? Dang. Alrighty. Okay, so. Boop boop. Look at this goofy guy. This is the first guy we're going to be, I'm just gonna set him down right here. Whoop. This is the guy we're writing lore for right now. He's kind of silly looking. So basically, I've been at Red for like a day. Dang. Have you been just like doing straight attempts, or have you like been like training up and then doing an attempt, and then training up and then doing an attempt? Also, is it cheating that I just have Ash's Pikachu? Who knows? I think it's perfectly valid. Ah! I'm leveling up right now. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Alright. That started at like level 60. Oh my lord. So, we're going to be writing lore. We're going to be creating move pools for these guys. And actually, we're going to be modeling these guys, this guy on Monday. So that's going to be fun. I just had spicy food and now my nose is all runny. It was an event gift. It also has light. That's actually super good though. If it's got light ball. Hold on, chat. I'm gonna bring up another dude that we're going to be writing lore for today. Excuse me. Can I turn this? Okay, can I actually copy paste? Boop. Can I do this? Ta-da! Oh wait, it doesn't work. No, there's two of him now. It's not what I wanted. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna focus on more minerals for today, but we're also going to like that. There we go. So yeah, we're gonna write lore for Mobineral. We're gonna create move pools for him. And then we're gonna, if we have time, we're gonna do all that same stuff for Chirpera. Alright. With all that being said, boop. What's happening here? Oh, I turned my auto clicker on, that's what's happening. It's a rock and bat. Yes, you'll never guess the theme of the area where these guys spawn. It's kind of... You'll never figure it out. Do these guys have a classification yet? Okay. You use an auto clicker? I have an auto clicker. I don't use it for very many things though, because like, I don't know. I forget I have it a lot of the time, I guess. Alright, let me write down some things for this guy. So we got 28 in the dex, which Permafluff was 27. So we're just like right after that. Aye. SMH? Why is that SMH? Oh my lord. Okay, there we go. So this is this guy's basic stuff. Also, I started working on a pig Pokemon. Good. More Fakemon. We must have more. Let's see here. A ghost dark type pig that has graves on its back. Oh, interesting. Let's see here. What kind of moves would this guy learn? Or actually, I'm gonna do this. We're gonna put move pool like that. And its shiny is based on normal pig colors. So you're making Evo you're making Lechonk if it was also Grievered. And then I will leave the move pool empty for now. And then I will space down. We'll do 029. The evolution, which I'm not going to show you all yet. Boop, boop. And this one's interesting because its ability is actually due to previous concepts of Mobineral. No, Lechonk is chunky. Basically how this rock Pokemon is going to work is he has a giant gemstone that can like harness the power of almost any type, or the types of the moves that he can learn at least, and he can kind of use that to augment himself, and that's why he gets Protean. Let's see here. I'll screen to screenshot. Just love what I did. Oh, hold on. He actually looks really nice. I really like this one. It's silly looking. I like his ears. They're a little floppy. Let's see here. I would say we create a move pool first, and then we... He literally has a grave on his back. Yeah. And like a skeleton. I think we should work on just like making a move pool first, and then organizing it, you know? So he'd get like... I don't know. You get your basic, like... He'd get, like, Rock Throw. He'd get, like... Tackle. Harden. You know? What do you get? Mud Slap? I don't know about that. Maybe. Let's give him some moves like Rock Slide, Power Gem, Ancient Power, question mark, Meteor Beam, boop, 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 boop. He looks like he would have like punching moves, you know what I mean? I don't know. You'd definitely get Leer. Alright. Oh, I just realized. Oops. There we go. What other moves could a rock type learn? Let's bring this over here. Attack Dex. Bat Pokemon? Yeah. We're doing some concepting for a few Pokemon today. It's probably not going to be a very long stream, but it's what we're doing. Also, did you do these artworks? Yes, I did both of the artworks that you see on screen. You can tell how I improved from one to the other, hopefully. I feel like he'd get buyed. Nice, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Boo doo boo 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 doo boo 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 boo. Noting now down to S Neon later to do artwork for me. We got Bide, we've got like Facade. What other... Excuse me. What other moves do you think this guy could learn? Definitely some ground moves. Like Dig. Maybe like Arm Thrust? I don't know. I'm back. Did you miss me? Of course you did. Yeah, I was wondering where you went, Leah. You like popped in at the very beginning and then just like instantly disappeared. I'll put a question mark after Arm Thrust. Let's see here. What other moves? Could he learn Feint? I don't know. I don't think he'd get Flail. We could do like Focus Punch. I don't know about that though. Maybe we could put Focus Punch. What is Hard Press? I've never heard of this move before. Apparently it's just a TM. No wonder I've never heard about it. It sucks. I don't think he'd learn Head Smash or Head Charge. Do 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 do. Boo doo boo doo boo. It's hard pressed to pass on it. What? Yeah, your African internet is choking, unfortunately. Also, I had to compile something, and my ass forgot to instruct it not to use all my threads. Welp. No threads for you, I guess. Unfortunate. I'd be hard pressed to pass on it. We can throw hard press in here. I don't know. Hard press, headbutt. No, not head smash. I don't think he'd get head smash. Oh, wrong thing. Maybe we could do like hammer arm. And we'll organize this later, of course. Oh yes, you should learn Hyperspace Fury chat. Rock Tomb, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. I don't know how I forgot about Rock Tomb. That's like a super common move. You know what? Let's come back to the moves. Let's, I think we could do more. I think we definitely could do more. But for now, let's write a little bit of a dex entry. Lore. So Mobineral, he's this gemstone. Or, not really. He's kind of like a... Oh, I have an idea. Classification. The Geode Pokemon, because lore. We'll do some lore bullets. He's got a crystal hidden in his head. And when he evolves, that crystal will kind of come out and be like the source of his power. Like that. So we can smash his head. I don't know about that. He's got little arms. I kind of just added them because I didn't know what else to do. But he gotta use the arms for something. Let's see here. Thinking. I don't know. He kind of like, I imagine he kind of just waddles around. Maybe, ooh, an idea. He breaks crystals that you find in caves to like temporarily augment himself. Hold on, I should scroll down. Boop, boop, boop. I'm gonna rip off Pal World and make another Pokemon where I'm going even more extreme. Instead of catching Pokemons, I kill them and take their power like a Mega Man. If Nintendo tries to sue me, I'll tell them, bro, I ripped off Pal World, go deal with them. That's a good idea. I should tell Nintendo that I'm ripping off Pal World. Boom. Oh! I just thought of a really good move. Boom. Comet Punch. Friend World. That just sounds like a Deltarune location. Like Man Country. Friend World. And instead of uses the energy, he eats them. How about that? You know? And then to give him an excuse to not just break open his head, it'll be like he something like this, you know? Or maybe something like, he can be kind of like Psyduck, so like if he hits his head, if he like uses his spike in battle, it gives him a headache. So he doesn't use his spike, or he doesn't try to break it open because it gives him a really bad headache, you know? Something like that, you know? This is kind of the lore, and that's why I didn't want to give him like Horn Attack or any of those, because I don't want him to attack with his head. I want him to attack with like his punchy hands, you know? And then when he evolves, I believe he becomes a wait, no, he's actually a special attacker, which is crazy. And he does evolve by learning Power Gem. That is how he evolves. Let's see. I'm actually going to move the move pool down here, so that we can kind of do moves for both of them, you know? This guy will be able to learn a bunch of new moves, like, whoop, move it up like that. Boop, 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 boop. Basically a lot of beam moves like that. a lot of elemental stuff, you know? And since he's a special attacker, I'm going to scroll through the special attack stuff. I don't know about Bubble Beam, though. That's kind of just like water. Like, he could use electricity. He could use the power of the Aurora Borealis. He could use, you know what I mean? I think he kind of has to get Earth Power. Dude, what is Electro Drift? Oh, that's Miraidon's attack. I'm like, I've never seen that before. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. I just got a good one. Hold on, check this out. Extra sensory. I spelled it wrong. There we go. A Gemma Titan should have a different classification, though. The what Pokemon? The... I don't think Sparkling would go good, because that's just, like, shiny, you know? The Glimmering Pokemon. There we go. I think most of these moves he's going to learn via TM, though. I don't think he's going to get, like, Thunderbolt through level up. And he won't be able to learn those things until he evolves, you know? Like, he'll get, like, all this normally, and then once he evolves, he can start learning this other stuff. You'd also got the Crystal Pokemon. That is true. But do you get Focus Blast? Nah. Flash Cannon. Maybe? I don't know. He's able to change his type to anything, so I want to be a little careful in the types that I allow him to change to. You know what I mean? Like right now, what can he turn into? He can turn into Rock, Normal, Ground, Fighting, Electric, Ice, Psychic, you know? And if we're doing that, we might as well give him, like, you know. Or no, Size Shock. Because it attacks with, like, rocks, you know? Ba-doo, ba-doo, ba-doo. Ba-boo, ba-boo. Ba-doo, ba-doo, ba-doo. I don't want to give him any like mud moves because that's not, he doesn't do that. Power Gem, Psy Beam? No, I think he has enough psychic moves. Do do boo do boo. Shadow Ball? No, he would not get Shadow Ball. I don't think he'd get Signal Beam anyway, and either. I don't think he'd get Signal Beam. Steel Beam? No, I don't think he'd get Steel Beam. Like he's not. He's not. He has nothing to do with Steel type. I don't think. Ooh. You know what? I don't know how I didn't think of this sooner. Obviously, he'd get Tri-Attack. Quack. Hello. How are you? How are you? Welcome in. How do I pronounce that name? But welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Let's see here. I guess we can start organizing these a little bit. So, whoop. Let's do level up moves. I'm not gonna give them. Well, maybe I will actually, and I'm gonna do that. Y'all can still see fine. There we go. Boo 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 doo boo. We could do like tackle and then harden and then rock throw and then like bide. do 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 do. What else would he get? He'd get, I think he'd get Comet Punch at this level. He'd get like doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Maybe instead of Harden, he'd get like Leer and then Harden. I like that. And tackle would be like a level 1 move. They would both be level 1 moves, you know? Boop 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 boo boo doo boo boo. That also reminds me, I didn't give this guy very many status moves at all. Do 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 do. He could get like Endure. I don't know. He gets Sturdy though, so Endure is kind of useless. Or is it? No, it's not. What am I talking about? Right here we could go Rock, Tomb. We can go Endure. Ah! You do like 6 here. 10. 12. 16. 18, you know? Booty 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 boo. And then after endure, we could do ancient power, like that. We could do there. Boo-doo. Why are the, you know what, I should keep these one word because this is how they're gonna be in the actual data files. We could do like arm thrust, I guess. I don't know. We could do arm thrust here. And then we could do Can we do like magnitude? No, I don't think. Do we do magnitude? I don't think we do magnitude. He's not a ground type. We could do sharpen. Maybe like level 32 we do sharpen. Or rather, maybe we do sharpen back here. And then we do endure up here. You know? And we make this 29. And then we can do gosh, this is tough. Like, with these moves that I've given myself to work with. What's like a special? We could do facade. I don't think I want to do facade though. Because I want power gem to be level 36, so we can make that something. Power gem 36, and you'd have like one move between endure. And power gem, we could do like that, maybe. And then afterward, he starts getting like the good moves, you know? So you'll get like your hammer arm up here. Maybe not hammer arm immediately though. Maybe like You'll get your simple beam, hammer arm, You'll get your, like... You'll get your extra sensories. You'll get your... Try attack. Meteor beam can be level 50, and then we can do like one more. Maybe. Or maybe that can just be it, you know? And then all the rest of these you can just like learn. You know? And it can be like, I don't know, other moves. We can get rid of Rock Throw, Tackle, Hard, and Rock Polish. Rock Slide, I forgot about that one. But he can get Rock Slide through TM, whatever. He's a special attacker anyway. Facade, Dig, yeah, Rock Blast, Arm Thrust. Headbutt? I don't know. I don't think he needs Headbutt. Boo. Copy, paste. Wow, that is way too much. Okay. Simple Beam. He learned Simple Beam, so who cares? Kind of like that, I guess. There we go. Facade, Dig. Yeah, Facade and Dig should also be up here. Oop. Okay. Now for Gemma Titan. He's just gonna be the same in terms of moves, right? We're gonna make new lore bullets though. Kind of like that. Hold on, I can't scroll. There we go. Boop. Ignore my whack capitalization. Rather that, its arms rather than. Because the thing, when Mo Mineral evolves, its arms kind of grow like really columny and long, and he actually walks using his arms instead of his legs. So he doesn't really use his arms to attack anymore, you know? And that's why he's a special attacker. Um, you know, he still eats crystals, but don't really help him as much as it used to. There we go. I think this is a pretty good I think this is a pretty good outline for Mobineral, honestly. I think this works. I think this works very well. Now, on to Sherpera, since we have time for that. Boop, boop, boop. 030. This is the 30th Pokemon in the Dex, by the way. This makes, with Sherpera, that makes an entire box full of Fakemon. And that's cool. Ah. Classification. Let's see. We can do the noisy Pokemon. He is finally reaching number 30. Exactly. And you'll never guess what type Sherpera is. He's an electric flying type. Abilities being... slash... We can do soundproof and something else, because he's definitely soundproof. Ooh. I have an idea for his hidden ability, by the way. Does he have keen? No, he doesn't have keen eye. That's stupid. I don't really feel it. I don't really feel like giving him inner focus. Do boo boo. Ooh. What's the difference between this ability and this ability? Ah, okay. I don't think I want to give him Punk Rock. That's kind of lame. Maybe Rattled. I think Rattled is fun. Why not? Why not Rattled, you know? It's not a great ability, but like, it's something. Do boo doo boop boo doo boo doo boop boop boo doo boo doo boop boop boo doo. I don't really feel like giving him static. Do boo 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 boo. Wait. Okay, never mind. Who has Hyper Cutter? You know, I should have guessed. It was crab Pokemon. And things with cutters. Which Chirpera does not have a cutter. What ability do other bat Pokemon have? That's probably a question I should be asking. I know Zubat and such get Inner Focus and Infiltrator. Right? Yes. And then Woobat gets something. Not entirely sure what. Unaware, Klutz, and Simple. Okay, that's lame. And then Kalos Noibat probably gets Soundproof, right? Frisk and Infiltrator and Telepathy. Why does he get Telepathy? That's weird. That's interesting. I didn't know he got that. How about this? We'll do Soundproof, and we'll just throw, like, Anticipation out there. And then, for HA, we can do Battery. Because Battery's a very nice ability. Lore bullets about this Pokemon. What about Tinted Lens? Ooh, wait, no, that could be good actually. Tinted Lens. I don't know. Because he doesn't like he's a sound-based bat, not a sight-based bat. Right? So Tinted Lens could like potentially be an ability, but I think we'll save it for something else, you know? And I have a feeling I know exactly the mon I'm going to save it for. Double Z. Yeah, I know. I know what it does. It's a very good ability. Lore bullet number 1. I already have some planned lore for Chirpera, so he kind of already has some stuff going on for him. You could also just make your own ability. Yeah, I know. There's a ton of mons that I'm going to end up making custom abilities for. I just need to figure out how I would reach that point, because I don't know how to code custom abilities quite yet. Like, I know the format you use to make them, I just don't know, like, how to code it in a way that it would do exactly what I want, you know? I don't know if that makes sense, but... I can't spell anything, apparently. Wow, I can't. Okay. There we go. That's another plot point. I really like this one, by the way. You can sometimes find Chirpera hanging off of, like, iron beams and stuff on, like, bridges and stuff, and they absorb any, like, a little electric currents that may pass through the metal, you know? Here's another plot point. I think y'all will like this one. Just something, you know? So when Chirpera attacks, right? What happens is it'll like spread its wings, and the wings will like flash like red, orange, yellow, and then its eyes will like glow blue and its ears will glow green. And it kind of is just like a big equalizer going through his entire body. I'm back. Did you miss me? You know the answer to that, Yulia. I think you already know the consensus on that. The answer was inside you all along. I mean, if that's what you think, I guess. But we're glad to have you back. The answer is yap, we made along the way. True, true. You're so right for that. So this is the lore that I already had for Chirpera. Oh, here's another lore and also a sneak peek. It strikes me as a she, I don't know why. Which one? The bat? Yeah. I mean, fair enough. If that's what it strikes you as, then that's what it strikes you as. I'm not one to judge. I tend to refer to things as he just as default if I don't have like a specified gender for them, but I'm trying to get better at that, you know? The big eyes remind me of the fox one. The fox one? You mean, the dumb orange fox, I don't know, Vulpix? It kind of is doing a Vulpix kind of face, isn't it? Maybe a little bit? I don't know. I can kind of see it, though. Hold on, I should show y'all, actually. Hold on. I have a version of... Chirpera when he's, like, all lit up. Flareon? Oh, okay. Let me find the picture of Chirpera when he's all lit up. Doobie-doo, boo 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 boo. Okay. I wonder if Neon will accidentally add a Lopunny. See, if that happens, it won't be an accident. Oh no! I accidentally gave this Pokemon an hourglass figure. Every gen had one. What did Gen 1 have? Nidoqueen? Shapiro. Okay, cool, awesome. Here's what Chirpera looks like when he lights up. Ignore the pink background. But that's kind of what the deal. That's kind of what the deal is, you know. And I think that was a super cool concept. But I'm going to... If its ears are speaker, does it become deaf when its speakers are blaring? Also, hi. Hi, April, how are you? No, because he's soundproof. He has the ability soundproof. Nice, finally a true RGB-friendly Pokemon for true gamers. No, Neon Gen 1 had Vaporeon. Yeah, you're right, I guess. I don't know. My brain went to Nidoqueen because that's the only like female Pokemon in Gen 1 because they didn't have genders back then, I don't think. Did they? No, they must have, right? I don't know. I don't know Gen 1 well enough. RGB Gamer Keyboard Pokemon when? You're looking right at him, April. It's Chirpera. He attacks and he lights up. Oh, that actually gives me an idea for another bullet point. Check this out. They can communicate via color flashing. Also, Yelio, not Yelio, April. Before you joined, we also did a bunch of concepting for Mobineral here, this guy. And we made like a move pool for him, and we gave him lore. No, Yulia, how dare you? No, Yulia, because you were here, so I don't need to catch you up. I love Mobineral, hell yeah. They literally flash each other. Well, you can call it what you want, but it's like how that one kind of like squid communicates with each other, or like there's a type of sea creature. It's like a squid or like a cuttlefish or something that like change colors with like communicate with each other. Are there drawings for Mobineral's Evo? Yes, there are, but I'm debating whether or not to give y'all a sneak peek. That's what you said. Either your words, not mine. I mean, I guess. Boop 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 boop. Also, why do I feel like Chirpera would be friends with Mascoon? They're both like night creatures that are sound based. Wait! I had the greatest idea ever. Check this out. You put battery here, and it gets galvanized as its hidden ability. This is better. And the types of moves it can learn. I actually don't have any sort of ideas for this. He'll get like Gust, Thunder Shock, Thunder Wave, Echoed Voice, Wing Attack, like all the basic stuff, right? Overdrive, Hyper Voice, what else? Bite, Crunch. Would he get Glare? I don't know if he'd get Glare. He has Thunder Wave. He doesn't need Glare. Parabolic Charge. He could get like... I don't think he gets Leech Life. What other flying moves are there? Aerial Ace? I don't know if he gets Aerial Ace. Hold on. Look up list of flying moves. It's time. We can do Air Cutter. Acrobatics? No. Definitely Air Cutter. Maybe Sky Attack? Dude, there are so many abilities I could give this guy Wind Rider too, but I don't know if I want to do that. Like, we could do Soundproof / Wind Rider instead of Battery. But then he'd just be Kilowattrel, and I don't know if, you know. We could still give him Tailwind though, I think. I don't think, does anybody remember, does Nestreed get Tailwind? I guess we could just check. Because I don't want to give everything Tailwind, because Tailwind's a really good move. Hyper Beam. Chat, we must give everything Hyper Beam.